Hello, welcome back. Last time I picked my way to at least being able to see the end of Flavesco Forest, and with this knowledge, my assessment was that what I probably want to do is go back and redo Homeland for a better result, because things are just a little too thorny right here in the current state of things. So with this knowledge, I want to restore to... Okay, so whoops. How do I do things? This is a restore game. What is anything? This is my continue. Here, let's make a... let's make a save here. Let's restore some things. I want to see... Let's just say I went here. How do I restore this button? Not the first button, not the last button, just a random one in the middle.
Who are you? Oh, don't mind me. Just noting down some things.
I won't mind you. I'm gonna leave. So looking at this in its default state, this is the easy mode toggle. What I want to see... Okay, so there are several mud and tar baby fights early on. Right, tar babies, of course. So coming out of here I had 3200, 45, and 30. I'm looking for doors. There's a Grekel gate here. And I did have a little bit of trouble opening that previously, because I had to do more fights than I had planned to do, though I might end up doing those anyway. If I can, I'd prefer to fight this puff to get both keys rather than use a key to avoid that fight. So I'm going to hope I have enough yellow keys to not have to do that. So I'm looking for key trades for stats, and also money trades for stats. So I think some of what happened here is that this raindrop is just frozen in time. There's a way of thinking that I developed playing Tactical Nexus that doesn't quite line up exactly with this game. And I need to just sort of adjust... Oh, interesting. So I get a... So there was a splash here, then I scrolled and there wasn't. So I get like a little moment frozen in time, but it changes when I change rooms. I can't see any of the raindrops, but they're probably there somewhere. Anyway, yeah, so I think the way of thinking I need to use for this is slightly different than what I'm used to. I'm getting thrown off. Therefore, I can't trust my normal instincts, and I'm just going to have to reroute things. That is fine. Okay, so here's a yellow key for... well, except I don't want to take this. Yeah, so keys to trade for stats. Money for 2 attack. All these keys are for health. Are there any key trades for stats in this entire forest? This could be, but it also could be not. This sort of could be. This could be if I wanted to avoid fighting the puff, but that is green, so it's a little harder to justify. That's fighting. I mean, you have to use a green key here to get into this spot, so that is a green key for 4 defense. And 2 attack eventually. Here's some. Yellow for those, yellow for those. Why am I looking at this? All I should really... I'm trying to see if there's a goal that I could choose. Dang it. I want to restore to Chapter 1 start. Okay. Gonna go all the way back in time to here. I think the major routing difference that I want to try this time is to focus 100% on getting one of these 2 items first. I might do one run with the shield and one with the dagger first and see which comes out better. My suspicion is the dagger is better, but it's not going to be clear-cut. It might actually work better the other way around. It just depends on the situation. So if I would try this again, Alright, then let's look at intermediate goals here. Right. If I want to open something in the shop, I need to be at the shop, first of all, which means going through this room. So before I touch either of those things, this room has to get done. Maybe I want to restore to this checkpoint. Okay. If I did that... Home of Gem Chambers, this is probably... Well, I walked in from somewhere. What state is... This is... No, that's already having the... Sword in hand. Dagger. It's not a sword, unfortunately. Beginning, retail sector... End of session 2. Dagger purchased. End of session 2, I had no keys. How was the... What was it? Gem Chambers? That's already clear. So Gem Chambers were clear at end of session 2. Ah, where am I? I never know. I'm here on the map. Gem Chambers are where? This is the shop. No, I want to go back further. Okay. Ooh, this is going to be very tedious. Just gonna have to deal with that. Yeah, so this is the Gem Chambers, that's already clear. End of first session was already clear. Okay, so end of first session was when that happened. I got here with 94, 18, 4... Well, okay. So end of first session is the one to use as my reference. Now I'll go back to this. I'm going to do another run up to end of Gem Chambers. And just see if I can improve upon that, I suppose? Okay. So I have one yellow key to my name. That is all. I could use it on this. That's probably not a good idea. But could it be? Yes. I think that is a good idea, just looking at the amount of things I save just everywhere. I could take this one instead, but I don't want to because I'll get it anyway. Yeah, okay. So... this is a routing decision that I think actually does make sense just because I was so close to a threshold for all of these monsters. I'll be fighting a lot of them. This one I can get to later without spending a key. This one I cannot. I would have to take the Stinky Gem in order to ever have it at all. Okay. Another routing change that I think I want to make down the line... Alright, this place is I want all of these. Because Greckles are something I can manufacture from fighting monsters, so I have a goal to take all of these, and as early as possible, I suppose. Yeah, that includes you. Okay, so get more stats, and just pay whatever it takes to get them. So anything I see that's inaccessible like that, I should go for anyway, so... instead of adding, let's just try. So 869, 905. So the Wraithwing Way is cheaper, therefore that's the one that I will do. There's nothing I need to do here that's of any interest yet. I do have no keys. I am planning to never open this door. Therefore, I fight the spider now. If I opened the door, though... well, that's a key that I don't get to take to the next level, and I would be going in there anyway, so no. But I need keys for this stuff. Okay, so what is my next destination? I am probably not fighting my way all the way through there. However, I could. Getting this early... while also taking the health rewards. What would that look like stat-wise? 576, 13. That reduces spiders by that much. There aren't that many spiders to fight. So 576, 13. There's a 688, 12. Potential to do better later here, but how much later do I want to wait? Yeah, roaches improve once again with one more attack. Oops. I will need to fight, do Wraithwings. No, Wraithwings do not. Spiders do. I will want to fight that spider. And get 3 keys, yeah! Looking at this spider route. Okay. So, this force arrow is kind of funny. I guess if I open this, then that lets me get back from there. Got it. Okay. So I'm speculating now that this perhaps is the way to go. Basically, like, going real aggressive toward early stats. I need keys to get anywhere else, right? I could be so aggressive as to get this, but it wouldn't help me with a spider, would it? It would. And not with a Wraithwing, therefore I should do it. Because I don't get immediately to... Yeah, okay, I should do that. Got it.
Collecting gem.
Now, I do have to worry about running out of health, but let's just hope that doesn't happen for now. So, 3 keys. Not gonna take those 3 keys, I'm going this way, that helps with my health. Still got a yellow thing on me. Alright, so I want this. That is there. This is another stinky gem that I'm never going to get unless I open this door. But the earlier I take it, the more benefit I'll get. Less so than defense, but still yes. Well, this is a blue key I can have super early. However, there is no reason to go toward this until... Wait, yes there is. This door. Right, I need to open that door, of course. Okay. So... Can't do anything there. I am actually pretty constrained. Good. There's this one stinky gem here. For those encounters. Would save me 52 to get it now. Oh, but there's also this here. Green for 3. So if one of my goals is to save keys, this green trade is better, and I think there are even better trades later. Yep, this is Magic Tower routing, alright. No decision is correct. Literally every decision I can make is incorrect in some way.
Make sure.
That's always how it is. These Grekel gates, are those worth considering? For the green key, maybe. Yeah, so one thing that was throwing me off across games is that this one has a multiplier. I'm at ×1 here, and that changes a lot about the value of things. So I don't want to do... If a higher multiplier will be available, I want to do as much at that multiplier as I can, because rewards are just much more. Okay, so I need this to proceed. Is it possible to open this now? Yes. How much would it save me? No, hold up. So if I want a green key, I'll need a little more money. After I get this blue key, I get some health back, I have to do a fight, then I have a bunch of fights I have to do here. Okay, so what's this looking like? Antlion's hitting me 3 times currently, and there's not a lot I can do about that. So... Alright, what are my potential choices? I could get the green key and use it for this gem. I could get some yellow keys and use them for this gem. That smells the same as trades like this. The green one is a slightly better value. I don't think I took this when in my previous run. just at all. If I can get enough early attack, I might be able to get ahead of the curve, so to speak. Wraithwings and roaches cheapened by one more attack. That one more attack could come from here, but then I wouldn't have a key. Alright, so a yellow key could come from... Three Greckles compared to one... or 30 Greckles compared to one yellow key. Alright, if I can, I'd rather spend the 30 Greckles. Okay, is there a monster I know I have to fight that will not be improved by anything I'm currently up to in order to get just a little bit more money? I think the answer is no, so I might want to take the one that I get the least... would get the least benefit from upgrading attack. So you're directly in the way, but you only give one, so I'd have to fight you and you, or those two. Okay, this roach... Gonna try something. This roach. Oh hey, if I fight that roach, I can take this now. Okay, I'm doing something. I got a... right, so I got some attack. Roaches are a little cheaper now. Then I go here, I take the green thing, and I go extremely aggressively toward early attack. So what did those numbers do? Wraithwing stayed the same, Spider went down by that much. So Wraithwing won't improve in the immediate future. If that didn't improve Wraithwings... Nah, it's fine. Okay, and I think I've done all I can do prior to getting this blue key, right? There are no more stats available. False, there's this. Is that a better trade than what I just took? Maybe. I can't get to it as easily, though. It just feels like this whole situation is constructed to give me the maximum amount of decision paralysis. I don't remember having this experience with Tender's Tale. It's just like way more unclear, like every decision feels more wrong than it did in that one. Okay. So, the question to answer is, am I doing anything before getting that blue key? But also, does the blue key do anything immediately for me? It refills my health by a bit and lets me start collecting these rewards, which I think makes the most sense. Okay. Let's get into the gem chambers right now. Because the only other stats I can potentially get are these, and for those I would be sacrificing attack. I think that's gonna have to wait until later. Yeah, so basically the thing I want to be sure I'm avoiding doing is using keys on any door that gets me to something I can get to another way? That's sort of what I'm doing here. Okay, so Rochi first, right? Unless... yeah, so Roach first for the defense, it costs the least. One more attack for you. I think Roach first, Wraithwing second, Antlion third, Spider fourth, other Spider fourth. And I think I can just do all of those right now. This routed notably better than it did the first time. Now, I have 0 keys, 15 greckles. I spent a little more, but that early investment may end up doing good things for me. Now, I do wonder about my health. Can I refill it? So I'm gonna... Let's see, if I step here, does that erase... Okay. So that's that attempt. I come here, there's a shop, and I need a blue key. So that is my next goal. Buy one of these items, possibly the dagger.
This map isn't...
So, looking around here. 15 greckles to my name. Here's a free potion. Thanks. I can buy my way into here and survive this much. Okay, so the question is, where am I going next? I want a blue key. The one that I'm getting is... Okay, so that requires mud babies. This does too. Well, one of them. And a green key. Right, so these aren't exactly free, but they are easily accessible. Okay, so a green key must be found to get in there. This requires fighting 2 mud babies, probably not the green key that I want. Where is the one that I want? Ah, here's the shop also. The one that I want is here. Okay, the one that I want is here. Right, I remember going in here. I opened both of these doors. Looking at this now, if I can swing it with the health, I think I would prefer... Yes, I would strongly prefer to never open either of these doors. Like, I was thinking about these. These were probably, like, the main routing error that I made in my first run. Okay, so there's a green key there that I absolutely need. So I am going this way. Alright, so let's figure out how I'm going this way. 2 more to improve, that's only 1 more. Stats available. None in this room. The only ones farther back require a green key. Can't get there until I've gone through here. Okay, so I'll get access to the shop pretty quickly. I'm gonna need health. So I think I need to cash in some health trades. Which ones? Right, if I have a gold key, I absolutely should not use it here. This is a terrible trade. Never open this. That's clear to me. I would much prefer to fight my way in here. But so don't rely on that as a source of health. Okay, so this is another door I want to never open. Alright, health trades that are back here. This is probably where I would go. I would survive that, red as it looks. You're not improving before I need the health, so that's probably where I'm going and what I'm getting. Okay. So, that means... Go here, do this. Here we go. This is what you like to see as long as it's not, like, actually dying. Like, if I have the means to continue doing things, I want to spend my health all the way down. Like, get as close to the choke point as I can without getting choked. So with this, I think I'm going toward the... Ooh, okay, so I could fight this spider instead of ever opening this, and I think that's a good idea. Yes, I agree. Keys and potions, perfect. Okay, so easy room, so 40 health to trade for those things. So here I can almost start to buy things. I can if I get all the way down there, that gets me those two. So I probably take that immediately. Hard to imagine not. If I do want all of these, then that gives me some attack, some defense. And that feels like the right choice. Okay, so now I need a yellow key. Here's one. Roaches just got cheaper. Ooh, that was a good attack gem. Cool. Alright, so Roach, key. Roach for health, probably. I'm not going to do that just yet. If I go in here and fight this Wraith Wing... There's actually more potential for improvement on the Roach than the Wraith Wing. Because the attack threshold is closer, you're hitting me more times. So yeah, this Wraith Wing, despite the higher number, is a much better choice. Yeah, because any defense I gain will give me more Roach benefit than Wraith Wing benefit. So yeah, you're just going to stay at a high number. You will drop to 0 before the end of this. Long before the end. So now I need keys, and are these the ones that I want? Now I need keys? I need a key for this. However, first yellow key that I get was going to go... Not here, no, no, no. I want this open at some point. When does Antlion get... So if I picked up the dagger and 1 gem, that would get much cheaper. So my ultimate target right now is that green key. I'm going down here and fighting these monsters. This exists. Okay, so if I'm here, I have no keys. Right, so the next question is, what key do I get? So that's 2 for a spider. 1 for a Wraithwing, the spider's a better choice. 3 for an Antlion. Spider's still a better choice, but noted. Also, this exists, that's a nice health cache. Spiders will likely improve before I get weaponry. This is almost sensible. Do I want to keep avoiding antlions before weaponry? Probably. Probably. Oh, when am I going in here? Okay, yeah, so spend a green to eventually get another one back. But also eventually blue, so yes, I definitely opened that. Wait, but then... what's up with this door? So I need 2 greens. I guess the other one's behind the mud babies? But there is a... So 2 greens here. Right, that too. Yeah, so spending a green here gets me the opportunity to get 2 in the future. And what's my opportunity if I spend at the other place? Do I actually just lock myself in? Well, no. I would open this. Fight, fight, fight. Or fight, fight, open? Yeah, because this doesn't directly get me anywhere. I would never open that. I'd prefer to spend money. Making my way toward this blue key. Okay, yeah, this is where my green key goes. I want to be in that room. Why am I not yet? Because I don't have a key to open that door. And I'm debating where to get it, and I decided the spider is the best value. Okay. Alright, so open that. Open this shortcut. Going through this gauntlet. Can I? No, I don't have enough health. So, get some health. Available trades are... this one with a roach. Again, that roach can improve further. Not by a whole lot, though. Other choices are what? That is a profit. But it'll get better if I can wait. But the thing is, can I? I could do this. I'm probably opening that. Don't know if I can wait on that. Like, I might be stuck taking that trade. And there's this. Again, I want to wait if I can. You, spider for 600. That's what I want. Okay, spider for 600. There's also a roach for 300. How much will spiders improve? Some. More than roaches. So just get the little drop here from the roach and continue. Yeah, alright. Got it. If I'm fighting a roach for health, it should certainly be this one. Okay. Not this way. So right, this door is opened. I'm going through this gauntlet now. Done. I have the key for this. I can buy my way to another key, which I will probably do. That makes sense to me. Buy my way in here. Before I do that, in case there's a yellow key that gets me to another yellow key, I should look at that situation. I can still fight a spider for its health, which I'm gonna have to do now-ish. What if I waited on this? Because getting that key now doesn't directly help me, just in case I can get enough Greckles to claim one of these things first. And then enough again to get this before I need it. It might happen. Because there's an antlion for... Okay, well I want a green key, and that's this one, so no, I do kind of have to go in there now, don't I? There's an antlion for 3 yellow keys. I should do that fight. It's a little too expensive for me at the moment, but let's get some health and make it possible. Ooh. Oh, check this out. I get those keys if I wait until... Yeah, so certainly never open these. Don't fight that unless you're cleaning up at the end. Okay. So spider for 600. Where was that? Over here? No. Down here somewhere? No. Over here? That's the one. Spider for 600. Okay. So antlion for 3 yellow keys now is about as good a time as I'm gonna get, I'm pretty sure. Tandri will always be annoyed. Open the minimum of doors. I do want to open this one if I can. It's a pretty good trade, actually. Okay, with these 3 yellows, I can claim my green. Yes. Green prize is available. I always think that's the way to go, and it just is not. So got my green. Still have yellow on me. Haven't spent on that Greckle Gate. Yeah, and I'm almost at the point where I can get this, and I have no yellow pressure, so I think that's a good idea. So I would open you, fight that, get some health, fight that, get some attack. And yes, I do need to open this unless I want to fight my way all the way through here, which I don't. So spending some money. Now, I have some interest in blue, but not yet. I think the very next thing I want to do... Wait, hold on. Or do I want to do this? This would get me equipment now, and I could have it. Okay. So... You're not improving by a whole lot before then. That's not a whole lot. So let's imagine, just see what it would look like to get this now. And let's say I would take the shield. Auto-saving, sure, I understand. Roaches become free. Antlions are still hurting for 170. Wraithwings are 54. 275. just to get a general feel for those numbers. If I would instead take the dagger, 74, 75, so antlions are a big difference. Mud babies are better than they were. This is where that green key is going. Right, if I'm going this way, there's 2 attack available here for... Oh, I'm now seeing that I may actually want to take this route to save the yellow key. If I can do fights instead, that's kind of better. And then that's an if, though. Okay, and when I feel like it, I can trade some things for 1,000 here. And fight... Yeah, since I do want this, this is basically like cost of spider and antlion for 1,000. I can't quite pay that cost right now. So, I'm thinking take the shield. So one more time, 195 on mud babies, 74, 95. Versus, well, roaches drop to 0, sure. 54, 170. How many antlions am I fighting? Am I even going this way yet? There's a green key there, but I don't want to fight those until I have the dagger. So the route from here to dagger, I already have the green key that could take me in there. I already have a yellow key for this, if that's the way I want to go, which it probably is. I don't need to be in here yet, except I do because I need a green there. And some upgrades here. Right, but how many antlions? I'm not going here before I have the shield. So, those don't count. I would wait on those, so those don't count. None here. Don't have to fight you yet, probably. Also, I have 27 Greckles, which is very close to the number I need to get this shield gem. So I might need some keys, and antlions are guarding at least some of those. Well, how many things other than antlions am I fighting? Okay, so you know what? This is an important bifurcation point. So next time I'm going to explore... Maybe I'll establish a route with the dagger, then try the same route or something equivalent with the shield, and pick an endpoint and just see where my stats land with either choice. I guess the endpoint should be getting the other one. Okay, so I think that's a reasonable plan. Yeah. And just in terms of what this does for the overall structure of the LP, this rerouting was inevitable no matter what, because I would need to do it regardless for the treasure crypt. So theoretically, I can just get a homeland run that I'm fully happy with, or at least happy enough. And at the time when I wish to start the treasure crypt run, I can reload from, you know, here at the end of this homeland run, and not have to do a third one of it, because this split point is where hard mode would start. Yeah, okay. So that all makes sense. Next time, equipment choice and figuring out which is the better one to take first.